When I was in elementary school, I saw this pair of glasses at the store one time that really caught my eye, no pun intended. See, the outside of the box said that they were spy glasses, and that when you put them on, there was this special mirror on the edge of the frame that allowed you to see behind you, even though it looked like you were looking forward. And man, as a kid, I was like, that's so cool. I could be a real spy and convince people I'm looking forward and see all the bad guys and threats sneaking up behind me. I'm one of those things so bad. But now I recognize that if I were to wear something like that in real life, I think I would just get a migraine. If you're anything like me, you might spend a lot of time looking back on your life. And sometimes that's a very positive thing to do. We reminisce about our favorite moments and memories, and sometimes with the people we love who are no longer with us. And looking back can bring such comfort and peace in difficult times. But you see, other times looking back can be really negative for us and really drag us down. Because sometimes we look back at all of the ways that we've messed up and all of the things that we've done wrong, and we're filled with, regret and guilt and shame about the ways that we've fallen short. See, even as Christians, we can know in our mind what God has done to bring us forgiveness. We can know the truth about Jesus and the gift that He gave us by going to the cross, but we can still feel sort of paralyzed by our guilt and shame. And we look back and think, man, I've just done way too many things that are wrong, that are just, awful in God's eyes. There's no way I could ever climb out of the hole that I've dug with all of my past mistakes. And sometimes looking back paralyzes us and prevents us from living in the present that God is trying to give us. See, the flip side to all this is that sometimes we spend a lot of time looking forward. I remember being a student at Pepperdine University and getting so stressed out about finals week. All of the work and studying and papers and tests that I would have to do. And looking back, I recognize now that those weeks leading up to finals were way more stressful, caused me way more anxiety, way more worry than actually sitting down to take the tests. I mean, when you're in the moment, it's, you focus, you do the thing, and it's really not that bad. But it's all of the stress and anxiety leading up to it that caused me to lock up and to feel paralyzed sometimes. Sometimes looking forward into the future with worry and fear is just as paralyzing as looking back at our past mistakes. So as followers of Jesus, where are we supposed to look? Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. Calls us to fix our eyes on Jesus. And that means finding Jesus in the past, in the present, and in the future. So if you feel the need to look back into the past, don't focus on your own mistakes and the ways that you've fallen short. Instead, look back on God's faithfulness to His people. Study the scriptures. Read the stories of the Bible and see how God fulfilled every single promise that He made to His chosen people, Israel. Every time He promised He would bless them, protect them, deliver them, help them overcome the challenges they were facing, He came through on His promises. In fact, in Joshua chapter 21, verse 45, the Bible says, "Not one of all of the Lord's good promises to Israel failed. Every one was fulfilled." Every single promise that God made to His people came true because God is faithful. And if you feel the need to look forward, don't look forward with fear and worry and stress about what comes next, or maybe fear and worry and stress about the unknown. Instead, look forward to the promises and the plan and the purpose that God has for your life. Look back at what He's already done, how He's been faithful, but look forward to the promises and walk confidently knowing that every promise God makes comes true. And through it all, take comfort in knowing that no matter where you are on your journey, no matter what happens, Jesus is with you. At the end of Jesus' life, He gave His disciples a very powerful and comforting promise that can breathe new life and hope into your life today. Because He said to them, "Behold, I am with you always to the very end of the age." So no matter where you are, no matter what's happening, take comfort in knowing that Jesus is walking with you on your journey. If you have to look back to God's faithfulness. If you have to look forward to God's promises. And through it all, know that Jesus Christ is with you.